accused of murder at a track meet. She says that the truth will come out. Karmelo Anthony's mom says since it happened, her family has been under attack. Police say her son, Karmelo, stabbed another student, Austin Metcalf. Well, today's news conference was delayed after Austin's dad showed up. Here's more on what Karmelo's mom said today.
To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process.
No parent deserves to bury their child. No parent deserves to bury their sons or daughters, especially not at 17. Nobody wants to bury their children. I know I don't. So condolences to the Austin Metcalf family, and my hope is that you guys can get through this one day. Now, with that being said, on to the trial. The biggest question that comes up when this situation occurred was it unjustified or was it justified in Karmelo Anthony's part? Did he use self-defense or was it a cold-blood murder? First thing we got to do in any case is always go to the witnesses. You go to the witnesses. You go to the people that had the eye account. And what People.com reports in the affidavit that witnesses told police the altercation began when Metcalf asked Anthony to move from under a tent set up for it. A witness said Anthony responded by reaching into his backpack and allegedly saying, "Touch me and see what happens." The witness said Metcalf touched Anthony and the latter... Hold on, what? The what? The latter allegedly responded by Did they mean and later? Maybe I'm tweaking on that. Y'all let me know if I'm tweaking. It says and the latter. Maybe that, I don't know what that means exactly. And the latter allegedly responded by daring the former to punch him. People, y'all got to do better because y'all messing. Take your feelings and emotions out of this. Just strictly stick with the facts. Metcalf, according to the affidavit, if this is correct, Metcalf was the aggressor. If I smack you because I don't like the way your face looks, and you come back and shoot me, who's the aggressor? I'll wait. If I smack you because I like the way your girl look and I can't have her now, and you come back and shoot me, who would be the aggressor? I'll wait. You figured it out yet? I would be the aggressor because I put hands on you first. Look at that. Texas is indeed a stand-your-ground state, allowing individuals to defend themselves when they perceive a threat to their life or safety. This law absolves individuals from the duty to retreat before using force in self-defense. Excuse me. Texas is a stand-your-ground state. And if you look at where they were located, it was in Frisco, Texas. Well, I'll be damned. And now we can just look at the other facts. If you look at the size difference between the two, I come from a long line of little people. Just keep it real. I come from a long line of little people. So Karmelo might be a tall or big individual in my family, but in the scope of being compared to Austin, a 6 foot plus, 200 plus pound linebacker compared to Karmelo, who is about 130 pounds by the grace of God, maybe 5'9", maybe 5'9". He's not that big of a guy compared to Austin. Is there a racial element within this? Because I've been hearing people say,
don't make it about race. Don't make it about race. Don't make it a racial issue. Why are you making this a race thing? Why are you bringing up race into this thing?
Those same people saying don't bring up race to this are the main people bringing up race into this. And I'm not the spokesperson for all black people, but black people for the most part We didn't even invent race. That was something that was a social construct created by some guy named Blumenbach. If you see the comments, if you see the tweets online, they're showing that it's a race thing. You see some of these racial comments they saying about this man's mother? You see some of the racial comments they saying about Karmelo? They say don't make it a race thing, but everything shows it's a race thing. If you look at the judicial system in the most recent past years, we can go off every single case. There's so many cases benefiting non-black people in these type of scenarios. Let's start with the most recent one, Kyle Rittenhouse, right? As we all know, Kyle Rittenhouse was a young boy, I think he was about 17, 18 years old, from Antioch, Illinois, in my state, who traveled from Antioch, Illinois to Wisconsin to protect businesses. And I put quotation marks because I don't even believe that case. I'm just telling you right now, I don't believe nothing about that case. But nevertheless, it's not about what I feel. It's about what's real. And what's real is he got acquitted. Why did he get acquitted? Because he claimed self-defense. Not Jeremiah's opinion, not homie from the block's opinion, not your opinion, but the judicial system said that Kyle had every right to defend himself. Thus, he's walking free, and now he's a hero. He's doing book signings. He's making money. He's living the American dream, right? Last example, you have George Zimmerman. We all know about George Zimmerman, right? He was on the 911 call. We all heard the call where George was on the call pretty much saying how there was a suspicious guy. There's been a lot of break-ins in the community, and they need to get here immediately. Once he made that call, he should have hanged up the phone and let authorities deal with it. But no, George didn't do that. George pursued this man, clearly. And if you heard the 911 call, the dispatcher or the officer that George was talking to told George not to pursue him. Don't chase after Trayvon. Let us take care of it.
Are you following him?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't need you to do that.
Okay.
All right, sir, what is your name?
George. He ran.
No, George took matters into his own hands because he was drugged on something, possibly crack and maybe white supremacy. Nevertheless, George Zimmerman ends up murdering Trayvon Martin and gets off on what? Self-defense. And then, besides the tweets, besides the little racist comments I see you guys make on Reddit, when you say things like this.
Excuse me.
Anything you like to say? Want to say to the community that's donated?
Again, it's just incredible to watch the sheer brazenness of this whole display. They're not just treating this murdering thug like a celebrity, they're also flaunting it.
You seem like a pretty credible guy. Why did you add thug onto it? What about thug? What was that? What did you really want to say? Starts with N, rhymes with jigger. You know what you wanted to say. You couldn't just leave it at, I think Karmelo's wrong. I think Karmelo needs to be put in prison. I think Karmelo needs to be jailed. I think Karmelo is flat out wrong. He's a murderer. You had to put thug on there. Why? In my opinion, you went off every single stereotype that they put on young black men. Because if you look at Karmelo's background and Austin's background, not trying to beat up on the dead because I don't do that, but if you compare their backgrounds, you guys be the judge. I won't even say nothing. You guys be the judge. Who has the better upbringing? Just off the background alone. You guys say it's not about race. You say it's not about race, but it seems like every time when it comes to a certain group, you're willing to stand behind them, but when it comes to another group that looks like me, you're against them every time. If you want people to stop bringing up race, stop doing things that are racist. It's really that simple. I don't know what to tell you, but I get it. Some people were raised a certain way and some people weren't. Racism is probably never going to die. It's probably going to be around to the day I die, unfortunately, because it's a taught behavior. It's a learned behavior. And it's something that, unfortunately, sticks with certain people. A term that everybody needs to look up is legal precedent. A legal precedent is a guideline, boilerplate, handbook for lawyers, judges, and the whole legal and judicial system to follow when it comes to cases that are similar. As I said before, if you look at Kyle Rittenhouse, if you look at Daniel Penny, if you look at George Zimmerman, and if you look at so many other cases that have been mentioned, look at the legal precedent, and if you look at the legal precedent, you will see that this is clearly wrong. The Democrat-Republican thing has to stop. You're going to defend your side to the very end. I'm going to defend my side to the very end and never call each other out. No. Hold each other accountable. Say it with me. Hold each other accountable. Say it one more. Say it with me. Hold each other accountable. Hold each other accountable. Whether it's in your favor or not, hold people accountable. Now, even if he is acquitted, I will still feel sorry for the family that lost their son. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was convicted of this, nor would I be surprised if he was acquitted. I just want everybody to get back to the point of having their opinions, but being respectful about their opinions. You don't have to go attack someone's mother. You don't have to go online and make racist comments and then pretend like you don't know why race is being brought up, but you keep saying racist stuff. Don't do that. Don't be a hypocrite. I know it's hard for some of y'all to not be hypocrites, but don't be a hypocrite. Just wake up every day and say, let's not be a hypocrite today. Let's do things the right way. Okay? I believe in you. But honestly, I'm tired of talking about this. Let's see where this goes, people. I think I'm gonna sign off for today. This has been an interesting reaction, an interesting response video. You know me, my name is Jeremiah. This has been another great response. See y'all next time. Deuces.